This is episode 39, and you're on approach.
63, climb in, 13 down.
13,000, couple of 63.
63, contact the New York Center, 128.3.
28.3, couple of 63, good day. Hello, Captain.
On Approach is a weekly podcast featuring user-submitted topics and news on the skylounge.tv. Welcome to another show, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. I am not professional Airbus pilot OMGEDSON. This is over on my right, Mr. Kevin, aka Biarzed, aka Live Sparks, aka also not professional Airbus pilot.
No, exactly. I'm not. Totally not.
Just in case, commenters, just in case. Apparently we have to put fucking disclaimers in here now. Down in the lower right corner, we have Mr. Spark Smudge.
Hello, also not an Airbus pilot or any kind of pilot. I'm a pilot virtually.
Virtually a pilot.
I can defend myself actually on that. I have my pilot's license right here, and I have proof of it. Okay.
There we go. Canada doesn't count. They didn't tell you? They didn't tell you? It's actually fake. I'm sorry.
Kevin, we know about Airbus in Canada, man. Taxiway. Come on.
You're definitely not an Airbus pilot. That's for damn sure.
No. I fly Cessnas.
Yes. Lower left-hand corner, Mr. B. Crawley 57.
And I am not an Airbus pilot, but I am going to Cosford. See you there.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And joining us from the space station Nordstar, this is Mr. P3 Ron.
I am an Airbus hater. I'm basically an Airbus hater.
Yes. Why are you an Airbus hater?
He ain't going.
Imagine that.
Please tell us why you're an Airbus hater. First, before you get into that, let me preface this with why we had to start off the show with a bunch of fucking disclaimers. So apparently we had somebody comment in the show notes and the show comments last episode about my commentary regarding my inability to do an approach into a very dangerous airport in Bolivia in the virtual Airbus, right? The Aerosoft Airbus, an Airbus which does not, as far as I know, simulate the pilot override feature or anything like that, right? So I was unable to, and I commented on that, and my gosh, we got jumped on for being uneducated and so many other words regarding the Airbus, which is why the disclaimers today. Apparently, I'm completely wrong. And the Airbus is a completely flyable biopilot airplane. And back to Mr. Pear hating the Airbus.
Well, I don't hate the Airbus. That's kind of harsh.
You just introduced yourself as I am an Airbus hater.
I am an Airbus hater. It's a stepping in the flames.
Are you scared of the pilot? Are you scared of the pilot that commented in the show notes?
No. I don't like Airbus. I don't like their sterile cockpits. I don't like their dual toy sticks, joysticks.
Toy sticks.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that the throttle don't move. It sits there perfectly static. Yeah. I don't like that when you touch the side stick. Yeah. And the fucking first officer can touch his side stick, and you get a dual fucking input one.
Would you let the first officer touch your side stick?
No, absolutely not. I like the linked fucking yokes. I like to see the trim wheel move. The throttle.
Just admit it, Per. You're a Boeing guy.
No, it's a living, breathing thing. It gives you audio, visual cues when you fly. It's a true.
Look behind him. He's totally biased.
Yeah, he's completely biased. Completely biased.
I like Boeing. Yeah.
And with that, let's get to the news. This one submitted by Mr. Spark Smudge. Anyone needing help into Vegas or out, Allegiant will help. Mr. Sparks, I'll let you take this away.
Yeah, I obviously after the tragic events of this week, Allegiant basically have turned around and said if you've got friends or family that are involved in any way in the event, they'll be happy to fly you in or out of Vegas at the drop of a hat. Just give them an email and they'll sort you out, which is very, very good of an airline to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing move by the airline, for sure. Do we know if they call Las Vegas their home? Is this their hub?
Yeah, it is. It's their hub, I think.
I see.
It does say up there they've been there. You know, they've been there. You know, for a long time. They fly millions of people in and out constantly. You know, and you know it's very good of them to do. And if you're in Vegas or you're a Vegas resident and you can help out, and they're doing a big blood drive at the moment, which you can also go and do. The governor of Las Vegas has started a GoFundMe for the victims, and I think they've got over $2.5 million so far, $1 million.
Oh wow,
that's pretty cool.
I'll look that up and I'll make sure that gets into the cast as well. There should be a URL down below for that. I mean, any GoFundMe like that by the governor would be a legitimate and official GoFundMe. So
absolutely.
Well, I'd like to just say internationally, from your friends in the UK and Europe, we saw the worst and the best of America yesterday, and we're all with you from over here, and you're all in our thoughts and prayers.
VC Rain in prepared version 4.1 confirmed by Lockheed Martin. This one was stumbled upon during the AMA over on Reddit. So during the week, Lockheed Martin's development team held an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit, where it was basically just an open forum for questions. And a gentleman, Ace Ridgy, asked, "Hey guys, a couple questions from me. Number one, are there any plans to improve the perception of speed, i.e. going through clouds in FSX and P3D? It's very slow compared to other products. Number two, wet, dry runway modeling. Number three, sloped runways. Number four, rain on the windshield. Number five, more efforts to make the software more dependent on GPU rather than CPU." And Mr. Adam at Lockheed Martin directly addressed Mr. Ace and said, "To all of your questions, the answer is yes. We look for ways to continue to improve each of these capabilities with each release, and you'll see some of the first steps for number 4 in the upcoming 4.1 release." Number 4 being VC Rain on the windshield. So it's around the corner, and you know it is in there right now in a very raw state on one of their, I guess you could call it a demo plane. I think it's the Mooney, where you can actually see some VC rain effects. And we all know that some of the real airplanes also had VC rain effects built in by the dev, but this seems to be something at the system's core. What do you think?
Is this going to be just like an API for the developers to add this to their products, or is this going to be like it will just work on any glass surface?
I don't know.
The way I see it is they make the tools to make it are already available. It's just that they're putting it across all of their planes in the sim. It's basically the same effect that you had in FS9. That they use a new technique for. They keep the same textures as there was in FS 2004. So there's no improvement there, maybe for frame rate, and the fact that it's actually usable for developers.
Right. That you actually see something on their windshield, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as fancy as what we have on Flight Sim World.
Ooh, which is amazing.
Yeah. But saying that, going forward, it does open the doors for other developers to improve textures, improve and the way it's going to look and feel, I guess.
All I have to say to this is wait till Cosford. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
And cut. This one's submitted by Chili Willies. Prepare 3D version 4.1 release date is 10th October. This one also confirmed, I believe, within the AMA. Yes, indeed. Adam again posts, we are proud to announce that 4.1 will release on 10 October at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I must set an alarm. That's going to be around 11 a.m. my time. Oh, sorry, so noon my time.
Tuesday after Cosford.
Yeah, the Tuesday after Cosford.
I'm not going to be back by then.
You won't be back. You'll have to wait.
Hey, team viewer, bro. Team viewer. Come on now. Come on now. No, I don't know if it's worth doing a 0.1 upgrade remotely. I'll be patient and come home.
Yeah, you break everything anyway.
To be honest with you, I'm going to wait until Active Sky and FSUIPC, etc., are all done their updates, because you know it's going to break everything.
Mm-hmm. This is actually a good topic. Why don't we go down the row and kind of openly talk about what our typical honest procedure is when a 0.1 type of update comes out. We'll start with Mr. Pear.
I'm waiting for my major payware programs to be compatible with the new update, so it doesn't break. So I wait. I rather wait and have it working than install it and break things. I'm tired, sick and tired of it.
He's sick and tired of babysitting the sim.
Yes. I have been doing that for a long time, and I'm basically fed up.
I'm the same. I am going to sit back on this one. Obviously, I do hope it's going to address a lot of issues that P3D has at the moment. You know, stability fixes and the rain on the windscreen. You know, it's nice to have, but I'm more into the stability and fluidity of the sim primarily. But I know it's going to break a lot of APIs and a lot of tools that connect to it. So I'm going to sit on it and wait patiently, because it's normally only a week or so when these products are available.
Yeah, I tend to wait for Active Sky and Object Flow and.
Well, you have a lot more to wait for, right? Because you're running a lot of hardware equipment.
Yeah. The GTN's one we used to wait for. That used to take bloody weeks, didn't it?
Yeah, the GTN. Yeah. What about your hardware? Does that typically break as well?
No, he's usually very quick with that. That tends to be Spad Next guy, and he tends to be. I think he beat us a lot of this stuff, and it tends to be ready on release. Active Sky is a key one for me, same as Sparky. But luckily, being on the beta team, I tend to get that reasonably quickly anyway. So.
Yeah, well, because of development environment, I have to install everything as soon as I get it. So it's. But the thing is, with the P3D client, it's really easy to uninstall one and reinstall an older one. Mm-hmm. So I'm keeping all the versions of the client MSI files in a directory. So if I have to go back to an older version, I just uninstall the client, reinstall the new one, and it works out of the box. So
I've never done that or thought of doing that. So downgrading or going backwards is as easy? You uninstall the client, reinstall the old client?
Yeah, because basically that's for most updates, not all updates, but most times you just have to reinstall the client when you update. So going up or going down, you can do whatever you want with it. So you keep the old installers and it works.
In fact, in the latter days of V3, they actually released all the legacy ones, didn't they? Because people were having so many problems with the latest versions.
Yeah, they did. V3 was a bit more complicated. No, it had also the client thing, if I remember well. So it's just as easy as V4 to upgrade.
I guess I'm the odd man out here. I tend to go pretty quick on the updates and break my stuff and wait patiently until the the updates start kind of pouring in. But my sim now is so well tuned, and I'm so happy with it every single day. I haven't touched the setting in a few days.
That's where I miss Cozzy, you know. Cozzy was a bloody good guinea pig, because the minute something hit the net, he was on it, wasn't he?
He's right on it. All right on it. And
we knew instantly if it was a failure.
I feel like I've gotten to the point where maybe now I won't upgrade right away. I'll just kind of be patient with everyone else and see what happens.
But it's a bigger change than what we're used to. The change log is actually long.
Is it? That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Let's hope they improve the stability.
And I would like to point out that we called it last week. There were rumors that it was going to be released on like Tuesday or something, and we were like, no, that's worth mentioning. That's not even a main story. And then we moved it down to worth mentioning. Called it. Right on, Mr. Chili Willies. Thank you so much. Just Flight added a quiz. Guess the plane. This one submitted by Mr. Tarpoon. I feel like their clues were very obscure, and I'm surprised by how fast people identified the aircraft. This was the first kind of, preview shot. To me, this could be a 54 Chevy, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, this is me, like nothing to me. I can't believe it. So this is the first one, and they say our expert in-house dev team, the same as the Aero, the Warrior, the Tornado, etc., have firmly got their collective teeth into their next project, and it's a beaut. Any guesses to what it is, they ask. Let's throw Sky 5. Looks military.
Like
what makes you think military? What makes you think military?
Looks like a tail fin, and you have this rather big area on the stabilizer. Guessing it's quite swept, maybe.
This became a hot topic too, real fast. The comments were rolling in. I made a joke. I said, "What is it? The Piper Aero 26?"
Right.
Yeah. We've seen so many Piper Aero. Yeah. And Mr. Tarpoon says, "Could it be? This is the..."
Yeah, I see it now, yeah.
What plane is this? I'm looking at you guys across the pond. What is this thing?
It's on my t-shirt.
Hey, look at that. Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
Vulcan.
The Vulcan, yeah. So there are some similarities. I think Pear mentioned kind of a big tail stabilizer. That fits. It fits fairly well. The angle seems to be pretty good. So that was Mr. Tarpoon's guess. We get a little further down, and Gibbon says, "My life would be complete if it was the Avro Vulcan. The Iris served us well, but we are so overdue. A new tin triangle." Is that is that like a name for it? The tin triangle?
I've never called it that, but
It's funny. And we keep going. I hope so. That would be a really interesting plane to have in the hangar.
It's a fantastic plane.
Another hint from Just Flight. This must be a refueling probe, says Mr. Tarpoon.
Yeah.
There's the render, and there's the live one. And it looks to be matching up. Raw, very raw in the top shot. Not too much detail, but it looks correct.
So it is military then.
Yeah, I guess the refueling probe would hint towards military. Gibbon says, "Oh my, it really is. And with one of the best dev teams of the moment. It will be fantastic. I'm a happy man." And another hint comes in. And this one with a comment. "Another Vulcan?" And Just Flight replies, "We would say this will be the Vulcan."
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, we have a Vulcan coming. This is going to be a real pleasure to have in the skies. What a gorgeous
Absolutely.
plane. And historic. Yeah, Mr. B, I think the last flight happened in this year.
No, it happened, I think it was October 2016.
2016.
October 2015. 2015,
wow.
wasn't it? And it actually flew over our house on its last finals into Doncaster, where it's now actually sadly stood outside with canvas over the cockpit whilst they are building a new hangar for it. This one still is in a condition to be able to do the fast taxi runs and what have you. They're keeping it in that sort of condition.
That's cool. That's
beautiful,
cool.
Beautiful plane. And I tell you what, it maneuvers like a fighter. You know, it's just unbelievable. The actually original design was for one pilot. And the RAF, or the ministry at the time, said, no, we need 2 pilots. This is an important aircraft. And they actually squeezed 2 pilots in, but didn't make the cockpit any bigger. When they actually,
Are they side by side?
Yes, side by side. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like a Mini Cooper.
Quick start as well on the left side of the cockpit. Well, you flick the battery on, and then there's a button on the left, and within 2 minutes the thing's up and running. Unbelievable.
I was going to say, I hope Bombay doors are opening. The blanket over the windows come down, because they have blackout curtains when they drop the nuke.
For when they drop the...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know,
that's
to
a very early prototype. That the wing shape's totally changed now. Great sim. Iris Simulations, they did do a reasonably good sim, and if Just Flight are going to come up and bring it up into this century, it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
More Just Flight news. Just Flight Traffic Global AI on short final. This one was spotted over on Facebook, where they posted that there was something fresh on the radar soon. More info and screens coming shortly, but to answer your question, neither. It doesn't use the streamed live traffic, as it uses an accurate set of customizable real-world 2017 schedules. The same data used by main flight tracking sites. It has a new developer, so it doesn't use any of the old Traffic 360 engine.
The thing is, the Ultimate Traffic Live doesn't use a live feed for its traffic. It's just a schedule.
Right, so it's live but not live. But yeah, it's new data, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah, and well, what's cool about this is they show their kind of livery manager as well, and some unique models also, which is cool. But they have this livery manager, right? So in theory, it becomes fairly easy to do a new paint, which right now is kind of a pain in the butt in Ultimate Traffic Live.
Right, yeah.
And this is exciting because Ultimate Traffic Live is feeding you old liveries.
The models, they actually look nice.
They can add a bit more definition to the AI on models now. We've got rid of the 32-bit restriction, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be nice to have more options. Accurate flight plans generated using real-world airline schedule data. Detailed but frame-efficient aircraft models. Powerful tools that let you have a full view and control over your AI schedules. So these, there are a couple things that sound very similar to Ultimate Traffic Live. But this is their very own new thing. So sounds exciting. I'm always happy to see more AI out there because I always
they're one
want
of the main
best.
sponsors for Cosford, aren't they? So we might get more information out of them there.
Yeah, that'll be nice to get some more info there, or to actually see it in use, or maybe even the release.
Might even be released at Cosford.
Let's Sim, a new approach to online flight sim stores. This one posted by me earlier. Discuss what you think based on their banner. They make an announcement. Future Game Shop is becoming Let's Sim. From the 25th of September, FGS will be down as we change over to our awesome new service. Let's have a peek.
Never heard of FGS.
Me either. Future Game Shop?
Looks
Never.
Like a presentation using a wizard.
So Yeah, I've never heard of them, but from what I see, from what I guess from this picture that they posted, is that they're very good at finding stuff on stock images and filling it up with some data. I guess this is like they say, it's a one-click shop. What does that mean anymore? Anyway, I'm not sure what they're trying to do here, but I don't
mention
know them.
P3D in the bottom right, just explaining FSX, so it's a wee bit out of date. That's not very futuristic.
Yeah, I don't have much hope for this, sadly. Just
can't spell professional either.
Exactly, there's a lack of knowledge, I guess.
Yeah, professional. I mean, it sounds like a centralized store attempt.
Looks like a primary school project.
It's a stock image, so they bought that, they stuck their image in there, not even at the right resolution, and they just posted it on Facebook. It's a bit, there's at least 5 minutes that went into that picture.
How many people type like that?
Is that what pair? What was that pair?
Looks like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, with the long arms.
But I'm curious, though.
Just gonna do some typing.
I'm curious to see what they come up with.
Yeah, I mean, you know, anyone that says I want to make, by all means, go for it.
We'll prove you wrong in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Prove us wrong, man. Prove us wrong.
AI Lights Reborn, free edition. This one brought to us by Boeing QA9. I love seeing new names on the board. Been using this for a few weeks. Looks great, and it works with UT Live. Is this New Zealand? This is Australia. Why did I say New Zealand? Oh, he's gonna hate me.
Don't get them mixed up.
You're gonna hate me. I've said it in previous episodes. I'm not the best at geography. I'm gonna get so much hate.
Well, to be fair, their flags are similar in some ways.
They got different constellation on them.
Look, new name and hot topic. Fantastic, Boeing. Fantastic. AI Lights Reborn, free edition. The perfect solution to bring your night sky back to life. Back to live. Under Prepared 3D V4. I need to stop calling it Prepared 3D, by the way, and everybody does, because Lockheed Martin said it very clear that it is pronounced prepared. Did you guys catch that? Did you guys catch that? Yeah. And they really wrote it. They wrote it pronounced prepared.
I always pronounced it prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, you have.
Always.
You have. So this is a replacement for the strobe lights, navigation lights, ugly lights, etc. Making your AI more appropriately visible and dim at the correct distances. I installed this, and I've noticed some oddities in my AI package, where I'm getting like half the fuselage that's like super illuminated with a white box from the landing lights. So like the bottom half is just like a solid white box of illumination. Little weird things, but at a distance, the planes do look better. They do look more real. In my stream the other night, as we went from nighttime to daytime, a lot of comments on like the AI that was in my stream, and I do believe that it was because of this package.
It's a good replacement for a product that A2A made back in the days.
The Shockwave.
Shockwave. Yeah, it's a good replacement for that, and it's a freeware as well.
Have you put this in, Kevin?
No. My sim is very development oriented, so I don't spend much time putting those things in.
Good clean website, good clean presentation.
I wish they put some photos of the actual thing
Agreed.
somewhere.
Yeah,
So
we have
this is the
stuff
free
like
edition.
this.
Is there a paid edition then? Is
Coming
there an
soon.
enhanced edition?
A
Coming soon.
good question, Mr. Sparks. So we have the free edition, which is available now. And then we have the AI Lights Reborn Professional Edition. Everybody's going to use Professional now. Thanks, Airsoft. All features from the free edition, plus high quality landing lights for AI traffic. That'll probably fix my comment. Dynamic lighting effects depending on weather conditions. Different lighting patterns for different type of AI models. For example, Airbus AI models have different strobes from Boeing AI models, and many more features. So that does sound really, really appealing. I'm down for anything that makes immersion better, except for moving seat under my butt. That's going to make my webcam.
How do they manage to do that without impacting our payware stuff?
Because AI is not a payware stuff.
Yeah, but how does it know?
How does it know that that plane is?
They're all just sitting in the sim objects folder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's coming soon, so maybe they don't even know themselves, or...
Oh, isn't there a tag that says that it's a non-flyable, non-VC aircraft?
If the aircraft doesn't have a panel folder...
Panel file. That was it. So that's how it knows.
Yeah, it's considered as an AI. Yeah,
that's
and
how
there's
it knows.
There's also other ways in the aircraft.cfg to determine if it's a Boeing or if it's an Airbus. You can search some queries while you install, so they could make it an automated system. We've done it with PrecipitFX, and it's not that hard to do.
So Edson, are you happy with it? Would you keep it in?
Yes, I would. Yeah. I mean, I've noticed the oddity on some of my models, and I'm using kind of a combination AI package. I have not used it with Ultimate Traffic Live, and I don't think that I would notice what I noticed with Ultimate Traffic Live.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would recommend it. The lighting was definitely better. Man, the taxi lighting was... Dude, it was sick.
Good.
So, yes, I would recommend it. I'm also excited about this thing. We don't want to reveal too much about this new tool, but this add-on will let you notice an incredible improvement in runway management for any given airport.
That's the bit that puts me off. Any given airport. That means you've got to change 25,000 airports, potentially.
Oh, because they didn't say at all your airports?
Yeah.
It's good to see some new developers like this open up new markets, because there's no one else in there that's doing that, and it's good to see some revolution in that.
Deadstick Bush Flight Simulator coming soon to PC. This one brought to us by Mr. Tarpoon, and he asked, does anyone know anything about this one? Posted over on Facebook, we're very pleased to announce Deadstick Bush Flight Simulator coming soon to PC. Join us 7th October at Flight Sim 2017 at Cosford, where we will be revealing much more.
We've got a countdown clock.
Cub Club, anyone? Yes?
Cub Club?
Yes.
There's, though, I must say, there is a Cub that's being done by Rush, Aerosim Gaming, for X-Plane. And it looks absolutely fantastic to fly and accurate. Probably the most accurate aircraft you'll fly. So this has to be something really different than that, because I was targeting X-Plane for the future of my own Cub Club.
Well, look at this thing.
It has PBR. It looks like good. So this is made by Remex because of the copyright at the bottom. You can see Remex has a presentation at Cosford right after the opening from 10 a.m. to 10:30. So they have a half-hour presentation of what they're gonna do. They're gonna announce.
Cool.
Remex, never heard of.
Games, simulation, and VR.
Well, it's going to be VR friendly. We know that.
Experts in Unity and Unreal. Oh, the Unreal Engine. Num 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 num.
Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we talking a new simulator?
Yes.
Looks
Yeah.
like it,
It's a bush flying simulator.
With
They're
that
in
detail,
Surrey.
it might be like that other one that's out that doesn't have yet.
Where's Guildford?
Guildford.
Guildford, just
London.
outside London, just outside.
Hmm.
Let's go ring their bell while we're there.
Maybe we will. Maybe we'll make contact. So they don't really talk about what they've made, unfortunately. Yeah, let's
34.
Oh, it's an RC model simulator. You see, he's throwing the airplane.
Right,
No
so it's brand
content.
new.
brand new.
Oh my god, we're gonna have so much stuff to talk about.
Soon. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. I'm down for some bush flying, dude. You know that.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
any simulator that's called Deadstick, and I'm worried.
I'm actually
Yeah.
pleased with that name. It's very, very good for
Yeah.
bush flying.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if it's a add-on for Dovetail's Flight Sim World?
That's possible, isn't it?
Nah.
No?
Oh, maybe. They
Uh-huh.
don't have. Look at the pages they like. All right, bottom right on Facebook.
Yeah.
Go expand that. We'll see what it's related to. So
Just
no, it's
like,
not a Dovetail thing.
Nope. Yeah.
But they
not.
will have a partnership with Just Flight. So
Yeah.
that's pretty clear
Yeah.
from now.
Exciting. Only a few more days, 4 days, and we'll know more. So by the next show, when all of us are in a room together, we'll be talking about this. That's for damn sure.
Yes.
Rex announces the end of Rex Latitude Sim Air in 2018. This one brought to us via Facebook. Oh no, this was not brought to us via Facebook. This one posted by Mr. Reed over at Rex. Rex Latitude was a program developed by a developer outside of Rex. Due to personal obligations, the developer was no longer able to support the program. In addition, as part of our contractual agreement, Rex was not supplied with the original code. So they didn't have source code. Guy can't update the software anymore because of personal reasons. Rex owns it. Well, Rex markets it, distributes it, and are unable to update it anymore. They're put in a very interesting scenario. An
never heard
interesting
of it.
I've
Yeah,
never
so
heard of it either.
I did some poking around, and basically it's kind of like an air hauler, if you will. Honestly, it's kind of like an incredibly raw sim air, which is exciting because we're super excited about this product. I mean, I think it's really cool. Anything that gives pilots a reason to fly is pretty awesome.
It does actually say on their page here, we will not be able to provide an alternative until sometime in 2018.
There you go. So yeah, sometime in 2018. So another product bites the dust. This one due to the developer being unable to develop. Seems to be kind of going around.
They're all getting older. That doesn't help.
Life gets
Yeah.
in the way.
I look at the guy for FSUIPC. I mean, he's getting on a bit now. God, can you imagine when we lose that?
Yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
somebody will take it over.
for Rex, at least, the good news is we'll have a new enhanced version coming up.
Yep. Heck yeah. And I'm so looking forward to it. So finally it's out. And I have to say, we were lucky enough to have a few people stream it on Twitch. But there were few people lucky enough to see it streamed on Twitch the way it was on the lounge. Not one, but two 787s flying on stream. In formation, mind you. Absolutely gorgeous plane. Absolutely gorgeous plane. I want it, but I don't want it in FSX.
Same here.
Yeah.
It was a reminder to see some of those streams as to why I don't want it in FSX. It's just now granted, I think most people just kind of installed FSX very raw and threw the plane in there. But it's beautiful.
It is.
The systems.
It's one I'm looking forward to. Definitely one I'm looking forward to. But I'm not going to get the FSX version.
The computers. I mean, just the details are all there.
I think I said on Kevin's stream yesterday, I'm going to need a lot of windowing, clean that glass. There's a lot of glass in there.
I liked that bit when he pressurized it, that the undercarriage flap came up.
Oh, did it?
I thought the wheel well cover came up when they pressurized the aircraft. I thought, what detail they've got in this. It's beautiful.
Dude, the seats adjust. The seats move.
Yeah. I wondered what that buzzing noise was. I thought it was in the house. Yeah. It was bloody Kevin moving his seat in the plane.
So there was a bug in the version that we had. Let's wait for Pedro.
Sorry, Pedro.
Right. So there was a bug in the version that I had that if you click on the seat, it moves, but then if you click it again on the, you right click on it, it goes back to the original position. But the sound of the seat moving with the first iteration would not stop. So you can loop the sound on top of one another, and it would sound like crazy. But they fixed it. So they'll push an update with that fixed. But it was quite fun to stream the airplane. It was a throwback going into FSX and streaming it from the same PC. Mind you, this is like a 2006 simulator, and I had trouble to run it vanilla on my computer with OBS running and streaming.
I couldn't believe that you picked to spawn in at JFK. Of all the airports in the world, you picked JFK in a 787 in FSX.
Yeah. I wanted to.
You're wild, man. You're wild.
Kevin, where does it pick up the data for the? You had your airport chart, the ground chart. Where does it pick that information up from? Is that within the plane or the sim?
So it seemed to me like it really did look like some AFCAD data. So I think it pulls it from the sim, but it could also be through the nav data, the Navigraph subscription. It might be any of those. I really don't know. But it did look similar to an AFCAD to me.
Yeah. It would be cool if it actually pulled it from the sim, because you know, if you've got a default airport, it's going to lay that out, and then when you upgrade it to a payware airport, it will automatically put in the new gates and the new.
It was beautiful. He went from a full view of like the entire route and zoomed all the way into the damn taxiway, like just smooth, just all the way down to the damn taxiway he was on. It's incredible. Yeah, incredible.
It's incredible. This airplane, when it touches P3D, is gonna be a masterpiece.
The touchscreen, bro. The touchscreen computers. Oh, my gosh.
Well, last week and the week before we talked about this and the fact that glass cockpit was like relearning the aircraft. As a matter of fact, I was wrong. It's incredibly similar to what we're used to. It's just things are not where they used to be, and everything is a bit more versatile. But it's entirely flyable. I was totally comfortable flying the aircraft from point A to point B.
Is there a 787 in X-Plane?
No, there is, but it's old and it's not. So.
Yeah, I think. Does an aircraft like this appeal to you?
It does, yeah. And I hope Flight Factor will get on this after the Airbus project. That would have been cool.
That would be nice to see.
See you in 10 years.
Yeah. 69.95 US, and it's yours. It's out, and it's beautiful. A couple people in the stream noticed. A few people in the stream were like, hold on, does this have an immersion pack on it? And I was like, ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, you gotta watch out and listen for the nuggets, folks. You never, ever know what you're going to hear on the lounge.
About.
This is beautiful. So what are some of the different characteristics that you discovered in this plane, Kevin?
I found out because when we started an immersion pack, we basically base ourselves on a previous aircraft. So I started off using the 737 as a model for this aircraft, and then adapted everything. But I found out at the end that it's fairly similar to the 777, even more than the 737. Because of its size. It's an absolutely massive aircraft. It really doesn't appear so, but it's just tiny little smaller than the 777. But it's similar in so many ways. It was a totally fun to develop this immersion pack.
So I noticed in the 777 immersion pack, there's a kind of a point where the entire wing is dropping behind, like a kind of like a vapor trail up in the sky. Condensation. And I was one of the first times that I've ever seen that was the other night in my 777 flight. Was that based in your research? Because I know you researched the heck out of condensation. Is that because of the shape of the wing or the size of the wing? Does this have that same effect at some point?
Yeah, it's the wing on the 787 is incredibly efficient, and the lift it generates is absolutely insane. And because of the size of the aircraft, like as I mentioned, there's a lot of lift being generated. So when it's humid, when you pull up on the stick and you pitch the nose up, you see a lot of condensation on the wings. Nice. A lot of it.
So this is going to have a lot of effect to it.
Oh, yeah. And the engines as well. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
There you go. If you need that immersion, you can go out and get it. I love this. I love that. Pretty airplanes with disappointing avionics. What? Go, Kevin, go. What?
So I'm really a fan of Aerobridge Studios. I think their branding and marketing is on par. It's very, very good. The pictures they released about the 777 were absolutely amazing. And they announced early this week that they are making like a sub company, maybe like Alabeo is to Carenado. Or maybe a bit different, I don't know. And the company is called, or the subsection is called, sub-brand is called Pretty Aeroplanes with Disappointing Avionics. They literally call it that way.
What?
Edson's eye candy.
This is
yeah. This is kind of amazing. So
and they're gonna brand their 777 and the other aircraft that they were developing was DC-10 through that branch. So it's gonna be a very simplistic aircraft with very good visuals. So I guess Edson, that one's for you.
But
yeah, I like the sky candy, man. So very realistic, probably wrapped in photoreal. Whoa,
that's some detail, right?
Holy moly.
So you just have an accelerator, a brake, and a steering wheel to fly it, but it will look gorgeous.
It's going to be simple with the systems, but what I'm telling them...
Photo shoots.
What I'd like to tell them is you get the model right, fine, you sell those products at a discount price, but please, for the love of God, make a real version with all the systems in it. You cannot release visuals like this without systems.
But I think that's their point. I think that's their point, right? Do you remember the conversation we had about the Matt Davies?
The Orbiter.
No, the Matt Davies plane. When we talked about how I said, yes, but this is the easy part. Like getting the modeling done is the easier part of the stages. And then you have the texturing. And then you have systems. And like... there's a huge gap between how hard it is to do texturing and then move into systems, right? Like, getting to this point, they've got this covered. They said so already. It's the development side of things for systems that has all these, they need people to do, and they don't have that. So maybe they have multiple projects that are to this phase already, and they're like, fuck it, we'll release these and make some money. Like, I'm down.
Yeah. What I'd like to see is companies like this doing the models and then outsourcing the systems to another company that specializes.
There's
into those things.
There's room for business there.
There is definitely. And you
Definitely.
sell two separate planes with two different prices, and the model is paid for by the first light model.
Yeah,
and then
so
the
it's like
systems is paid for by the other.
the
part.
systems dev can license the model from the developer of the model. Yeah. I can see that. In theory, this could feel like flying your AI.
Very good AI.
Very, very, very high-end AI, and that's kind of awesome, man.
It'd be nice if you could. It'd be nice if you could actually put them in as AI.
Probably can.
Buy this model and say this is an AI plane.
Whoa! Can you imagine?
That'd be good. Yeah. You know, Elon Musk, he created the Boring Company.
Yeah.
Literally, he registered that. And I love companies that have the guts to do this. I love this.
We're going to skip the clip of the week this week. We're also going to skip the worth mentioning. But we will take a peek here at the popular contributors board. Mr. Tarpoon sweeping this week in a first place spot with 21 Sky 5s. And we have Mr. Gibbon. This was amazing to watch Mr. Gibbon climb this rank, by the way. Mr. Gibbon submitted one amazing thread. He brought the 787 teaser video, and it was a very good video. And the Sky 5s came pouring in, and he came in and hit number 9 spot, then number 7, then number 3, and now he's in the number 2 spot. Just shows you the power of bringing a good scoop into the forums. I see a lot of new names on here as well. So keep the stories coming. Without you bringing us stories, we don't have anything to talk about. We are just a few days out from pretty much everyone you see here hopping on a plane or hopping in a car and meeting up at Cosford. The next show will be all of us in one room, like side by side in one room. Yes. We should also have a few special guests, some of our patrons with us as well. So it's going to be a cool show, that's for sure. And we hope to see you at Cosford if you'll be there. We look forward to meeting with you. Until next time, everyone, Sky 5.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
463, contact the New York Center, 128.3.